Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Abyssal Legendary Hero Battle. Today we are taking down Legendary Byleth. But, Byleth's hair is usually not so long. This one is not the best example. Something is clearly wrong. This is not my Byleth. I don't know what's going on here, but female Byleth has come in from some parallel dimension and made me very angry, and we're going to destroy her. She warped in with her stupid warping shenanigans, and I'm going to put a stop to it. I'm very upset about her. They didn't even let male Byleth be special for 6 months before they brought her in. And that's not very fair, and they gave her a better skill than male Byleth got and a better base kit, and I'm upset about it, so I'm going to beat her up and take this golden hat. And maybe I'll put it on my Byleth just to assert dominance, I don't know. But this was a rather annoying map, mostly because of her and her warping shenanigans and her very strong and all her stats and everything. But also partially just because I was kind of insistent on the characters I wanted to bring on this one. I really wanted to bring Byleth, I really wanted to bring Sedith. It's been a while since I used Klein, so that only left me like one slot to kind of play around with. But I managed to figure it out. Real quick, let's take a look at everyone. Leading the charge is, of course, Byleth. Byleth Prime, the real Byleth, not an imposter, 100% genuine. And he's going to Gale Force all over the place and take her down. Actually, he doesn't Gale Force that much, but he is going to take her down, lead the charge, and we're going to beat her. Pretty standard Gale Force stuff, close call to give him some damage reduction, and then just hit hard with Swift Sparrow and Joint Drive Attack, Flashing Blade for that consistency. Nothing too mind-blowing there. Next up, Kaze, here to support by providing some debuffs, and he's running Escape Route to run some warping shenanigans of his own. Steady Impact and Swift Sparrow gives him a lot more speed and a little survivability. Some of the units here tend to be pretty fast, so he just needs a little more survivability from the Impact, a little more speed, and then a little more oomph from Swift Sparrow. Next up is Sedith, here to help the Dear Professor oust this imposter, and he's running a tank set, though we did have to drop his rain skill to run guidance to help with more warping shenanigans. This is just a very warpy map. Brazen Attack Res gives him a little more oomph and a little more survivability for after Guard Bearing wears off, and Heavy Blade gives him more consistent Aether. And then finally, Klein, who I wanted to bring just because it's been a while since we used him. And he is running his Argent Bow to get off those doubles and quads, and also provide a little bit of team support with that Chill Def. And he's also running Drive Speed and Drive Attack to help us hit some key kills, and Escape Route similarly to give us more map control. Speed Res solo just lets him tank a key hit. But the Drive Speed and Drive Attack are especially important here because we have to hit very specific numbers. In fact, I had Sedith and Klein as supported before this just because they were members of the Angel Army that didn't have anyone they were supported with. But it actually ended up being kind of important because it let them hit just the right numbers that they could get some doubles, and Byleth could afford to drop Drive Speed to run Drive Attack instead. So that was important and very fortunate. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's go ahead and clear this map out, take out these otherworldly invaders, and take that gold hat and just prove that my Byleth is the best Byleth. So to start, we're going to just move everyone around like so, and like I mentioned, her warp is quite an issue, And a lot of the map is just kind of playing around that, manipulating enemies to go certain ways so that they don't end up standing in a position that she will warp over and attack us. So to start, we're going to bring Kaze over here. Byleth and Klein will follow, and Sedith is just going to move down one space so that he is in position for next turn. And they're going to move up, and we are drawing everyone over to this side of the map, which is important because we'll be able to kind of bottleneck them over there later on, get some of the key threats over here instead of coming up to this side. So next, we're going to just have Byleth come up and attack the Axe Fighter, hit for 45, get some damage back, and finish the job on the follow-up. And then he's going to slide back with Close Call, and Klein can draw back. His Gale Force triggered so he can move, but we actually want him to stand here so that he can bait out this red bow who will attack him instead of Sedith, and that will help charge Byleth's special and leave Sedith healthy for later on. So we're going to leave him there. We're going to have Sedith move up so that he's getting joint drive attack support from him. And we're going to have Kaze move up into the tree here, and with that we will pass. So we get rallied and hit with the ruse. The red bow moves up to attack Byleth. We reduce some of that damage, take a good chunk, and we get hit with Fatal Smoke. And then the Lance Flyer moves up and attacks Sedith, who doubles back and finish him off. And now Sedith is going to move down and attack the red bow. Hit him with the Aether. And now Klein can warp over thanks to Guidance and take out the bow flyer with a double. Bam, bam. Shoot him out of the sky. And now we're going to have Byleth pull Sedith out of the way, and Kaze is going to move just over one space. Doesn't really matter, I don't think that he moves at all, but we're going to move him anyway. Blue Cav attacks into Klein, and thanks to Speed Res Solo, we deny the double and tank the hit. And fire back, don't finish, but do a good chunk. And next, Kaze is going to move down to take out this thief who can become quite an issue spreading debuffs. Finish him off. There we go. Thanks to our impact skill, we managed to survive that. And next we're going to have Kaze just get repositioned by Sedith. He also dropped attack smoke and his dagger 7 effect on these guys, so Sedith will be able to tank a little better. But next we are going to have Byleth move over and capitalize on the dagger 7 debuff that Kaze inflicted, so that we can take out this sword cav. Chop. And chop. Down he goes. Gale Force triggers, and Klein can now move over and finish off this blue cav. Bam, bam. And Byleth will reposition him out of the way. Alright, now this Lance Cav moved up and rallied, dropped a ruse on Sedith, which is unfortunate, but was actually important because if that Lance Cavalier had not rallied first, Byleth would have warped up and finished Sedith off in one hit. So that was very fortunate for us. And next we are going to have Kaze hit this Sword Dragon for exactly enough, charge up his lethality and drop more debuffs. And now we are going to have Sedith move down one space. It's tempting to go after like the red Manakete, but that leaves Kaze exposed and he will get finished off. And also Sedith would be too weak, I think, to follow to survive anyway. And it's tempting to pull back, but we actually need to move down here to block things off. And if we also just stay in this space here, the green Fafnir will attack, trigger their trace skill, move out of the way, and then Sedith will get hit by the Lance Cav. So have to move down one space and then just pass. And next we are going to have Klein and Byleth just move up one space. We don't want to move down because we will be left in range of Byleth. Lance Cav attacks into Seteth. We trigger Aether and heal up. We do get hit with some debuffs, but that's fine. Red Manakete attacks Seteth. Our guard bearing is down now, but he endures and charges up his Aether for next turn. Green Mage attacks, and we just barely managed to tank the hit and endure. And now, as you see, Green Fafnir moves over, and then that leaves Byleth room to just warp up. And suddenly we're under a lot of pressure to finish her off. So we are going to start by having Kaze move down and attack the Lance Cavalier. Bam. And drop some debuffs on Byleth and this Green Mage. Seteth will now move over and attack Byleth. Hit her with the Aether. Heal himself up nice and healthy. And now we will send our Byleth to take out the Red Flyer. Double and trigger our Gale Force. And now he will come over and finish off this imposter. Bam! That's the power of the real Byleth. And now we're just going to have Klein warp over with Escape Route and attack this Green Mage who would otherwise take out Seteth. Trigger the Deadeye. Bam! And the double finishes off. And the Green Fafnir attacks Seteth. Does almost enough to one-shot us, but we have guard bearing to reduce that anyway. And double back for some damage. And we endured. And they try and escape with their trace skill, but Kaze, ever the efficient ninja, is just going to warp over and finish the job. A lethal hit. Bam! And there we go. With that, we have cleared the map and proven the power of our Byleth, the one true Byleth. We will accept no false idols. We will accept no false Byleths. So yes, that was quite a headache-inducing map. Again, part of it was just me being very stubborn about which units I wanted to bring. But then some of it was just Byleth with the warp shenanigans. Very annoying. But we did some warp shenanigans of our own, managed to come up with a strategy, and perfected our lesson plan, and took her out. So it was still a interesting map, at least, even if it was rather annoying. So thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. Hopefully this was entertaining. And until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the one true Byleth signing out.